Welcome to Any Connector Audio Insights, where operations meet intelligence. This is Olivia Bennett. Today, we're unpacking a question almost every business asks when evaluating integrations. What's the ROI? And more importantly, are you measuring it the right way? Let's get started. When businesses evaluate integration platforms, the first question is usually simple. Will this save us money? And in many cases, the answer is yes. Connected systems reduce manual entry, they cut down reconciliation work, and they help teams avoid the kinds of errors that quietly drain time and budget. That value is real. But if cost savings are the only measure of success, you're missing the bigger story. Because the real return on integration shows up in how the business operates. After systems stop fighting each other, teams move faster, leaders make decisions with more confidence, new tools and workflows become easier to launch, and over time, integration stops being a back-office efficiency project and starts becoming a growth advantage. Cost savings matter, but they're only the opening chapter. Saving money is visible, it's measurable, and it's easy to explain. But it's not always the most meaningful outcome, because saving $50,000 in inefficiencies is useful. But enabling faster execution, better reporting, and scalable operations can be worth far more over time. One of the most underrated benefits of integration is time. When teams are no longer copying data between systems, checking one platform against another, or waiting for someone to pull reports, they get that time back, and that time doesn't disappear. It gets reinvested into planning, analysis, and work that actually moves the business forward. You can see this clearly in operations and HR. When systems are aligned, data flows cleanly, exceptions reduce, and teams no longer scramble to fix issues at the last minute. Instead of repairing operations, they start improving them. Now here's a part of ROI that's often ignored: speed. Because speed is where competitive advantage actually lives. When systems are connected, launching something new doesn't require manual exports, imports, remapping data, or last-minute troubleshooting. The foundation is already in place, so moving from decision to execution becomes faster and far less risky. That means new products launch faster, process changes happen smoothly, expansion into new markets becomes easier, because your systems are working as one, not as disconnected parts. And then there's decision-making. Most organizations say they are data-driven, but when systems aren't aligned, data is often incomplete, outdated, or inconsistent, which means decisions are made with uncertainty. Integration changes that. Data flows where it needs to go, when it needs to go there. Discrepancies are identified earlier, and leaders act with more confidence because they trust the data they're seeing. Timing plays a role here too, because not everything needs to be real time. What matters is moving data at the right time, because better timing leads to better decisions, and better decisions are part of the real return on integration. And here's something many teams underestimate. Integration ROI compounds over time. At first, the benefits feel operational: less manual work, fewer errors, less friction. But over time, the impact becomes structural. Teams move faster, reporting becomes more reliable, scaling becomes easier. Eventually, the business reaches a point where it can grow without adding the same level of complexity every time something changes. And that's when integration stops being a project and starts becoming infrastructure. So what should you actually measure? Not just cost reduction, but how much time your teams get back, how quickly new initiatives go live, how often reporting discrepancies shrinks, and how easily new systems can be added without creating operational drag. The businesses that benefit the most from integration aren't always the largest. They're the ones that treat connectivity as a core operating principle. They don't add tools in isolation. They think about how systems work together and how workflows impact the people using them. And that mindset changes everything, because instead of asking, "What costs can we eliminate?" they start asking, What can we now do better, faster, and with more confidence? That's the difference between using integration as a cost-cutting tactic and using it as a growth strategy. So, if your integrations are reducing effort, but not improving how your teams work, not increasing execution speed, not strengthening decision making, it may be time to rethink what ROI really means. Because the right integration platform doesn't just connect systems, it creates a business that is more responsive, more accurate, and more ready to scale. And that is the real ROI of integration. If you're ready to move beyond cost savings and start building integrations that truly drive growth, any connector can help you create a scalable foundation for faster execution, better decisions, and connected operations. Thanks for listening to Any Connector Audio Insights. Stay sharp, stay ahead. I'll see you in the next one. This is your host, Olivia Bennett.